Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new webinar. And for this particular webinar, the topic is completely new, and that is something which is trending right now. So, if you are there on LinkedIn, or maybe you are heard about ChatGPT and artificial intelligence, how this AI or artificial intelligence or the tools like ChatGPT is going to impact on the entire world. So, to all those who are not aware of what exactly is ChatGPT, so ChatGPT is basically a tool, like how we have different tools or different softwares of different companies, so that we can utilize that particular tool for the fullest. Similarly, ChatGPT is basically an artificial intelligence tool, like how you have Google, how for anything you search on Google and you get some queries, or you get some answers, you get some websites, you get some information and content on that Google search engine. Similarly, ChatGPT is basically, again, it is, you can consider this as a search engine, but this is considered as conversational AI. So like how you have Alexa or Google, when you can literally have the conversation with these of the tools. Similarly, chat gpt is basically a conversation tool where you can have a conversation. Maybe you wish to have some information or some research related documents. So what exactly this tool does is it brings on all the data which is there on the internet. So it is not like that chat gpt have their own library, or they have it's completely a website where they have the all set of information. No, this is something basically an engine, or you can consider this as a resource which manages to bring in all the information which is available on internet. For example, if you simply search for, like, please suggest me the best location for travel across India. So if you just search for this, based on the information, based on the survey, and based on whatever content is there on the internet, it will suggest you, it will literally give you some of the data. So that is nothing but this chat gpt. Now, this webinar, why we have this particular webinar, especially for the pharma graduates, especially for the pharma students, because you see, the topic for this webinar is impact of chat gpt on drug discovery. Yes, you heard it right, because eventually chat gpt is impacting the other parts as well as the pharmaceutical industry. The biggest breakthrough point for ChatGPT would be drug discovery, because normally how we are synthesizing any kind of drugs or molecules is basically, we have this random screening, and we have serendipity, and even we have QSAR, and these are basically the methodologies which we have started using since past. But by using ChatGPT, you can literally, number one advantage would be, you will be minimizing the entire timeline which is involved into the drug discovery process. That is number one. Number two, uh, like how we have data which is on the internet. Similarly, the at the molecular level, or whatever drug molecule what we study, so they have their own libraries which are eventually on the internet. So based on your queries, based on your request, it manages to find out the data, the data which is related with any kind of molecule, drugs, so maybe a treatment, and it manages to give you all this data. So let's have and that's the reason I don't have any kind of PowerPoint presentation for this webinar. So what I suggested, or rather what I found, ki, if we are here for the discussion of ChatGPT, let's find out actually on the ChatGPT website all our queries and answer to all your questions, right? So let's have a look on this. Just a minute. Yeah. So right now I'm on the official website of openai.com, and that's nothing but the parent company of ChatGPT. Now, here, as you can see, it has, this is basically a landing page of this ChatGPT. So now I have clicked on try ChatGPT. Now, This is basically a chat tool, or you can consider this as the basic screen of this chat GPT. Here they have given, how you can, a few of the examples of the queries. What exactly are the capabilities? Can, what can be possible by chat GPT? Also, few of the limitations as far as this entire platform is concerned. Now, what I'll do is, say for example, now let's figure out what could be the impact of ChatGPT on drug discovery. So here I have directly asked ChatGPT what could be the impact of ChatGPT on drug discovery. Now, here you can see it is, now showing you the precise answer, right? So let's wait for ChatGPT to complete. Yes. So see here, when I asked him what could be the impact of ChatGPT on drug discovery, that itself has shown the precise answer, that too point wise. So here you can see, as a language model, ChatGPT can potentially have a significant impact on drug discovery. This is by enabling faster and more accurate analysis of large volumes of data, right? So here you can consider that how exactly this is happening, or when I say like drug discovery is basically a lengthy process, but where exactly chat gpt is playing an important or significant role. So as it has already given here, natural language processing, see, this is also known as NLP, natural language processing, right? So chat gpt, it can be trained to analyze and interpret large volumes of scientific literature. See, whenever we go ahead with any kind of molecular research, what we do in pharmaceutical chemistry, so that involves a large volume of scientific literature. We go on reviewing all these journals and publications and articles in whatever journals what we have. So gone are those days where you have to visit libraries and get through these journals. It is literally not required. You have to save your timeline as far as the entire drug discovery process is concerned. So you can have directly access and analyze and interpret this scientific literature which is available in open source, which is there on the internet. So ChatGPT can literally show you what kind of literature, if you are searching, what kind of research articles you are searching, you can have direct access to these articles, right? So that's number one. Number two is virtual screening, like how we have QSAR, or we do have some molecular modeling tools as well. Similarly, they have used, along with artificial intelligence, they have used machine learning as well. So that is something which they can, literally predict the activity of your potential drug molecules. So whatever synthesized molecules you have, you can literally, give that information, give that molecular structure to this ChatGPT fourth version, and it can predict what could be the activity of this candidate, right? So before I go for any kind of preclinical studies or clinical studies, I can literally have a data based on, again, the information or the reference standards which are available on internet, and chat gpt can literally suggest me the prediction of what could be the activities on a human body or animal, whatever my drug is meant for. So that's number two. Number three is personalized medicine. Now, even today, even I remember when I was doing my graduation, I was, going through this, pharmacogenomics or personalized medicines. And that was something which even we were curious, like how exactly this possible and when exactly this personalized medicine will come in the market. But now, because we have this chat GPT, it can use to analyze the patient's data, and it can analyze the personalized or customized treatment options, right? So as we all know, pharmacogenomics, so that is something which is based on the analyzing the patient's genetic profile and medical history. Chat gpt can recommend the most effective drug and dosage for your based on the based on your genetic material, right? So that is, see, maybe one drug or maybe a treatment for one person will not show the same results to other person based on its genetic sequence. Or maybe when we change our geographical location, maybe a drug which is given to any kind of Indian and same drug which we have given to any African, it may happen that based on the genetic sequence of that human being or that patient, results may deflect. So personalized medicine here, ChatGPT can literally give you that entire data and recommended list of effective medicines. And last, that is data mining. So ChatGPT you can use to extract information, useful information from the large data sets which are related with drug discovery. It's not like that. See, every pharmaceutical company, every nutraceutical company, all these universities, day and night, they are into their, chemistry lab. They are into, their research lab. They are spending their entire life in, creating some new molecules, which we call them APIs or which we call them NDAs, new drug, or, when we have this NCE, new chemical entities, right? So API, be APIs or NCEs, you need a huge data to process, or you need a huge data before you actually go for any kind of synthesis. So that is something which is really, really possible and helpful for all these researchers by using this chat GPT. So these are the basic advantages when we look into this chat GPT fourth version. So the earlier version which we had used was 3.5, but ChatGPT 4 is literally interesting, and it can literally minimize the time duration which is there required for this entire drug discovery process. Okay, so now let's ask him what exactly or how exactly it will impact on this virtual screening or QSR. Let's ask this, how chat GPT will impact on QACR or molecular modeling in pharma. Let's see what exactly this will give an answer. Yes, how ChatGPT will impact on QACR and molecular modeling in pharma. So here is the answer. So number one is data analysis, number two is virtual screening, number three is molecular design, and number four is knowledge representation. So as you can see, QSAR, quantitative or qualitative structural activity relationship, and this as well as molecular modeling, it is, or rather that chat GPT is directly going to impact both of this, because for any researcher who is involved into API research, who is involved into NCE research, he is basically spending his entire time into this. So majority of this time was involved into molecular modeling or designing that particular molecule and understanding what could be the possible response to that particular drug before we get into the preclinical studies, right? And that's the reason majority of the time, or the low success rate, was because of this traditional methodologies, or even though we are using this molecular modeling, thanks to all those tools. Even today, most of these pharmaceutical companies and their research centers, they have well known tools which uses machine learning approach. So this is something which is the the next stage of the existing tools. It's not like even today the pharmaceutical industries are working, or their research labs are working on a traditional approach of these NCEs, or developing these NCEs. No, they are using machine learning tools. But ChatGPT is basically something where AI and machine learning, both technologies are involved, so that they can, literally guide you, or, literally give you the clear cut idea, or a precise idea, or it can literally predict what could be the action based on whatever molecular structures you have, right? So that is something which is, possible now because of this AI and ChatGPT. Now let's ask, before we go ahead with this, let's ask ChatGPT how it can impact on, or rather the timeline on the drug discovery. Impact of ChatGPT on the time duration required for drug design and discovery. How much time it can reduce? See, now this question is based on the timeline or what could be the timeline impact by using ChatGPT. So when I asked him how much time it can reduce as compared to current drug discovery method, the answer is here. A study published in the journal Nature 2018 showed that a machine learning algorithm was able to identify new antibiotics in just few hours compared to traditional methods which can take months or even years, right? So even there is one more study. This study showed that the machine learning approach was able to identify active compounds with an accuracy over 80% compared to traditional methods which typically have an accuracy of 60%. So if you consider, the timeline is also something which, a traditional process where we would, we had required some few months or few years to design that particular drug. You can, consider the resources, the time and the money which was involved into this entire process. Now we don't have to, worry about the time or money and resources which was there in our traditional drug discovery methods. So this is one of the biggest breakthrough because of this AI, because of this machine learning, that the time duration to discover or to design a new chemical entity or a new drug molecule will be very, very, very less in comparison to the traditional, in comparison to the current route, right? So this is something which we can understand. Now, you can even keep on using this chat gpt for your, overall queries. Like say for example, if I ask him, say for example, uh, I am, or suggest me a medicine as I have cough and cold from 3 days. Let's see what is the answer for this. Here you can see, yes, the legalities have been, maintained by ChatGPT. When I asked him, suggest me a medicine, see, this is, not this AI is not a pharmacist or not a doctor. So it has clearly said, I'm sorry, but as an AI language model, I'm not authorized to provide medicinal or medical advice or make treatment recommendation. So this is very clear, like, most of the students, most of the professionals are, on LinkedIn, I keep on looking on these messages also, that they are now worrying whether the job of our, doctors and pharmacists can be done by this chat gpt, where, any patient, any people, they can, directly get into the chat gpt chat room and they can ask based on their symptoms. But it is actually not possible, because that is something where chat gpt have maintained that legality, right? So this is very sure that even though this is AI tool, it has limitations. Even though it is AI tool, they have maintained their legalities. And even though it is AI tool, we have to literally see how we can utilize this fullest, because as a technology, it can have positive, it can have negative impact. It is up to you. It is up to us, how we utilize this entire platform, right? So this was all about today's topic for the discussion, that is impact of ChatGPT on drug discovery. And make sure you connect us for any kind of such topics or such discussions where even we can involve few of the experts from industry or few of the technology people. So in case if you have any kind of suggestions, please share your doubts or please share your inputs through our Instagram channel. Our Instagram handle is OPEX India. You can connect us through our email address is admin@opexindia.com. You can also visit our website, that is www.opexindia.com. So we keep on having such kind of webinars. We keep on having such kind of content which is available on our Siri Pro. So you can go through with our official website www.opexindia.com, and you can have whatever queries or inputs for you. Okay, so this is it, and now we are ending this webinar on a positive note that you will utilize this these kind of AI tools to so that upskill yourself. Thank you so much.